Have you ever felt angry or hurt when someone was rude to you? Disrespect is something we all face at some point, and it's easy to react without thinking. Instead of reacting right away, Stoicism teaches us how to handle these situations with wisdom and self-control. By following Stoic ideas, we can deal with disrespect in a way that protects our self-respect and keeps us calm. Stoicism focuses on being virtuous, using reason, and not worrying about things we can't control. Here are 10 important Stoic lessons that can help you handle disrespect. 1. Don't take disrespect personally. When someone disrespects you, it often reveals more about their struggles than it does about your worth. Their rude behavior might be because of insecurity, jealousy, or even problems they're facing in their own lives. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic, taught that we shouldn't let others' mistakes or negative actions pull us down. Instead, think of yourself as a strong, immovable mountain. No matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain remains firm. The wind, like the disrespect you face, cannot shake you unless you allow it. Imagine each gust of wind as a reflection of someone else's issues. Each time it blows, remind yourself that your core remains unaffected. This mindset helps you stay resilient and keep your peace intact, knowing that others' words do not define your true value. However, it's also important to recognize that constantly ignoring disrespect can sometimes be dangerous. If you consistently allow others to treat you poorly without addressing it, they may start to believe their behavior is acceptable. This could lead to the disrespect escalating over time. This can damage your self-esteem and create an unhealthy environment. When you take things personally, the negative words and actions of others can start to eat away at your confidence. You may begin to doubt your abilities and even change your behavior to avoid future disrespect, which gives others control over your actions and mindset. This could lead to a cycle of feeling powerless and anxious, ultimately affecting your mental health and well-being. Ignoring disrespect should be balanced with setting boundaries, letting others know, calmly but firmly, what behavior you will not tolerate. It's about choosing your battles wisely, but not letting people think that it's okay to hurt or undermine you. Imagine you're at a family gathering and a relative makes a rude comment about your career choices in front of everyone. At first, you feel a wave of embarrassment and frustration. You could easily argue back or make a sarcastic remark, but you take a deep breath and remind yourself that their opinion is a reflection of their limited perspective, not your abilities. Maybe they are projecting their own fears about success or failure. You choose not to engage negatively and instead respond with a polite but firm statement about being proud of your choices. Over time, others at the gathering see your calm and composed response, and it becomes clear who truly has confidence and integrity. 2. Stay calm and breathe. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to feel anger bubble up, but as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. This might sound like simple advice, but don't underestimate how powerful it is. Many people ignore it because it seems too basic. Yet, the ability to stay calm in the face of disrespect is one of the most important skills you can develop. Imagine yourself as a calm lake that doesn't get disturbed, even when stones are thrown into it. Each time you stay calm, you are showing true inner strength. This strength not only protects you, but also shows others they cannot control your emotions. This calmness is your real power, and it will keep you grounded even in the most challenging moments. Imagine you're waiting in line at a coffee shop, and someone behind you starts complaining about how slow it is. They make a rude comment blaming you. Your first instinct might be to snap back. Instead, you take a deep breath and remind yourself that their impatience is not your fault. You can't control their rude behavior, but you can control how you respond. You decide to stay calm, ignore the comment, and focus on your own peace. When you finally get your coffee, You leave without letting their bad mood ruin your day. This way, you protect your own energy and don't let their negativity spread to you. 3. Set boundaries without anger. Being calm doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. You can still set boundaries, but do it in a clear and calm way. Seneca, another Stoic, said, "No one can force you to do something without your permission." Tell others what behavior you won't accept, but do it without yelling or getting angry. Boundaries are like a gate. Only you decide who gets through. Think about a situation where a friend constantly borrows your things without asking, and you start feeling frustrated. Instead of exploding one day, you sit them down and calmly explain that you value your belongings and would appreciate it if they asked before taking anything. Calm communication like this helps maintain your friendship, showing that you respect both your boundaries and the relationship. It prevents misunderstandings and keeps things from escalating into a bigger conflict. Your friend respects your honesty, and you both avoid a big argument that could have damaged the relationship. 4. Respond with kindness and understanding. Stoics teach us to respond to disrespect with compassion. People who are rude may be acting out of pain or ignorance. Instead of reacting with more negativity, try to respond with kindness. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." By staying kind, you show that their words don't control you. Imagine you're in school and someone makes fun of your clothes. Instead of saying something mean back, you smile and say, "I hope your day gets better." The person is caught off guard and doesn't know how to respond. Later, you find out they were going through a tough time at home. By being kind, you helped make their day a little better, and they eventually stop picking on you. 5. Don't waste energy on people you can't control. You can't change other people, but you can choose who gets your time and energy. If someone keeps being rude and refuses to change, it might be time to spend less time with them. Epictetus said that true freedom is focusing only on what we can control. Imagine you have a coworker who always complains and disrespects others. You used to spend time trying to cheer them up or change their attitude, but nothing worked. You realize you can't control their behavior, so you decide to distance yourself. You stop joining them for lunch and instead spend time with colleagues who are positive and supportive. This change leaves you feeling happier and less drained. 6. Realize that their opinions don't matter. The Stoics didn't care much about what others thought of them. They cared more about living well and being good people. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good person should be and just be one." Instead of worrying about people's opinions, focus on living according to your values. Imagine you volunteer at an animal shelter, but some people tell you it's a waste of time. Instead of letting their opinions bother you, you remind yourself why you do it, because it aligns with your values of kindness and compassion. Over time, your dedication inspires some of those same people to help out too. By staying true to your values, you become an example for others. 7. Consider why someone is disrespecting you. When someone is rude, try to understand why. People often act out because they're unhappy or struggling. Understanding why someone is disrespecting you can help you decide whether it's worth reacting. Sometimes, it's better to just let it go. Imagine you're playing a game with friends, and one of them makes a hurtful joke about how you play. It stings, but instead of snapping back, you talk to them privately and explain how their comment made you feel. They apologize, and you both move on with a better understanding of each other. 8. Don't hold on to anger. When people are rude, it's easy to feel a rush of anger like a storm raging inside you, a pressure building up that feels like it needs release. The anger feels overpowering, like it's taking over your whole mind, leaving no room for anything else. But the Stoics knew that holding on to anger only hurts you. It's like drinking poison and hoping it will hurt the other person. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Letting go of anger is really hard, but it is a sign of real strength. It shows that you are in control, not your emotions. Imagine a friend shares a secret you told them, and you feel betrayed. You're angry and think you'll never forgive them. But holding on to that anger only makes you feel worse. In the end, you decide to let it go, not for them, but for your own peace. You learn to be more careful about who you trust, but you don't let that one mistake make you bitter. 9. Cultivate awareness. When you're disrespected, pause before reacting. Notice what you're feeling, but don't let it control you. The Stoics called this practice conscious awareness. It means observing your emotions without getting caught up in them. By knowing your internal state of mind, you can understand the ignorance of the other person's mind. Usually, people who keep disrespecting other people are ignorant of their own flaws, or they don't feel good about themselves. They try to make others feel bad so they don't have to face their inner demons. 10. Realize that disrespect can't hurt your character. The Stoics believed that no one can harm your character unless you let them. If someone is rude, it doesn't mean you have to change who you are. Epictetus said, "If you look for outside approval, you've already compromised your integrity." So the next time someone disrespects you, take a deep breath and remember these lessons. Stay in control, protect your peace, and respond with grace. Which one of these tips do you think will help you the most? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.